Taehyung had always hated the word duty. It was what his parents used to silence his protests, what relatives reminded him of at every family gathering. Duty to the family, duty to tradition, duty before love. And now duty had a face. John Jungkook. The wedding was a blur of gold and silk, vows spoken in voices that didn't tremble but didn't burn either. Taehyung barely remembered the flowers, the clapping, the weight of the ring on his finger. What he remembered was Jungkook's expression, steady, polite, unreadable. They were strangers bound by signatures, expected to share a life neither of them had asked for. The first weeks were awkward. Their shared apartment felt like a stage set, 2 bedrooms, 2 separate routines. Jungkook cooked breakfast in silence, leaving Taehyung's portion neatly plated on the counter. Taehyung returned the favor by folding Jungkook's laundry, the scent of fabric softener clinging to his hands. They were courtiers, civil, almost like roommates who happened to wear rings. But late at night, Taehyung lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if Jungkook's heart was as restless as his own. The first crack in the distance came on a rainy evening. The power went out, plunging the apartment into darkness. Taehyung cursed softly, fumbling for candles, when a sudden burst of golden light illuminated the room. Jungkook was holding a flashlight, his face half shadowed, half bright. "You okay?" Taehyung blinked. "I'm fine." But Jungkook didn't move away. Instead, he set the flashlight on the table and sat across from him, the storm outside sealing them into a fragile bubble. For the first time, they talked, really talked, about childhood memories, about the weight of expectations, about dreams they'd been forced to bury. By the time the lights flickered back on, hours had passed, something had shifted. They began to notice each other in small ways. Taehyung realized Jungkook hummed when he washed dishes, low and soothing. Jungkook discovered Taehyung collected pressed flowers, slipping them between pages of books. Their conversations lengthened, their silences softened, and sometimes, when their hands brushed in the kitchen, neither of them pulled away immediately. The night it changed, truly changed, was during Jungkook's piano practice. Taehyung had come home late to find Jungkook at the instrument, fingers gliding over keys, music spilling into the apartment like something alive. He stopped in the doorway, listening, unable to move. When Jungkook noticed him, he smiled faintly. "Did I wake you?" Taehyung shook his head, throat tight. "No, please keep playing." Jungkook did, and Taehyung sat beside him, their shoulders brushing, the music weaving between them until words weren't necessary. When the last note faded, Jungkook whispered, "Sometimes I wonder if this could ever feel real." Taehyung's heart pounded. It already does. Their eyes met, and in the quiet, tentative but sure, Jungkook leaned in. The kiss was hesitant at first, testing, unsure. Then it deepened, years of restraint crumbling all at once. Taehyung clutched Jungkook's shirt. Jungkook's hands trembled against his face, and when they finally broke apart, both were breathless, eyes wide. "You don't regret this?" Jungkook asked softly. Taehyung shook his head. "For the first time, I don't regret anything." The marriage that began as duty became something else entirely. Shared laughter in the mornings, warmth in the evenings, love slowly unfolding like spring after a long, bitter winter. And though the world still called it an arrangement, Taehyung knew the truth. This wasn't duty anymore. This was destiny.